What is up, guys? Um, his phone is vibrating like right now. Sorry. We're gonna do something a little bit
Fuck! Wrong person. My bad. Let's continue.
a little bit different. I know I usually make like the gaming videos on Xbox for you guys, but he has his retarded moments when he can be gay, but it's okay. Basically, what this video is going to be is it's going to be a prediction video about the college football playoffs. So yeah, let's get into it. Michigan lost to Ohio State, so that ruined their chances at the Big Ten championship. Let's see, number 1 seed Clemson. If the playoffs were to start today, it would be number 1 seed Clemson versus number 4 seed Iowa, and number 3 seed Alabama versus number 4 seed Michigan State. So if the playoffs were to start today, who do you think would win? Stop being stupid. Who do you think would win between Clemson and Iowa?
What? Oh, no, okay. Clemson, Iowa. Let's see. Who do I go for? Iowa has now become a great team, surprisingly. They became a great team. Very great team. No one expected them to go undefeated. Because, usually they say, oh, they suck. They're going to lose. And now they're coming back. Now they made it. Undefeated, the first time they're undefeated in school history. But I will have to go for Clemson on this win, if they were playing. Because Clemson has been so many years as a good program. They've been undefeated several times. I go for Clemson for this game. Because Iowa has not had that experience of going against good teams. And Clemson, is one of the good teams right now.
I would have to go with Clemson as well. I don't really like Clemson because I'm a Tar Heel fan and I hate Clemson. But
Ooh.
I would still have to go with them because, like you said, Iowa is kind of new to playing great teams, and it's the first time they're undefeated in school history, and I think they would crack under pressure. Clemson's just used to the pressure, playing great teams all season. So yeah, if the playoffs were to start today, who do you think would win between Alabama and Michigan State?
As some people would say, they will say, I'll go for Alabama just because they've been winning so much championships. And they're right. Yeah, I might have to go for Alabama for this one because they've been a great program ever since. They have won a lot of college championships. They have won a lot of them. Michigan is they have their downsides, but I go for Alabama just because it's a stronger team, and they got freaking Henry.
I would have to go with Michigan State because right now they're red hot. They're undefeated, I think. Either undefeated or 1 loss. They just put a big win this past weekend. I forgot against who, but they won. And since Michigan lost, it put Michigan State in the race since Ohio State has 1 loss. But, yeah. So, the conference championship games, ACC, obviously, first up, because that's my favorite conference, and that's where my favorite team plays. North Carolina and Clemson, who do you think's going to win? And a predicted score.
I'll choke there. We'll see. I don't know. They say it should be a good game, but I'm sorry, Eric, but they're going for Clemson. There's reasons why. Because UNC is a good program, but there's sometimes where they get knocked down and they won't come back. The one time they came back was against Virginia Tech. That was a great game, and I give props to UNC for making that win. Now, Clemson is a different story. Clemson has good defensive line, good linebackers. Their defense is good. And they got the quarterback, that number 4. I forgot his name already. He is a monster. But in the quarterback for UNC, I see a little. He has more good things than number 4. Like he can throw a deep pass. He can also run out of the pocket and make good plays. I've not seen number 4 do that all year, so I'll go for Clemson for that. But I'll say the score. It's gonna be a tough game. I know it's gonna be a tough game because UNC they ain't gonna lose easily. So I'll say they're gonna lose by at least, let's say, between 4 points, maybe 3. I'll go there because I know it's gonna be. I hope it's a close one, but that's what I'll go for.
I'm picking North Carolina. One, because they're my favorite team, so obviously I'm gonna pick them over anybody. But that's not the only reason. Second reason is I think North Carolina, they play good under pressure. I think they've proven that, like against Virginia Tech and South Carolina in the first game of the season. I know they didn't quite they didn't get the win against South Carolina, but they still played hard. If Marquise Williams wouldn't have threw that one interception at the end of the game, North Carolina would have won that game, and they would be sitting at 12-0 right now. But I know it's gonna be close, but I know it's not gonna be a low scoring game. It's gonna be a high scoring game. I'm predicting North Carolina to win 42 to, let's say, 38. So, 4-point win for North Carolina. That's my prediction. And if North Carolina wins, it will move Clemson down from the number 1 spot, and everybody that's in the playoffs right now will move up. So, Alabama will move to number 1. Iowa will take over. No, Michigan State will take over 2nd. Iowa will take over 3rd, and North Carolina will take over 4th. And that would leave North Carolina and Alabama. So who do you think would win that game?
If they do get that far, then I'll go for Alabama. I'm sorry. And I already explained myself. They're the stronger team. They always have been the stronger team. But if North Carolina can stop Henry, then it could be over for Alabama. They usually run a lot. They give the ball to Henry because they know he can go to the hole and make good plays. But if you stop him, I think you'll have a pretty good night.
Like I said, we have some key players that are going to come up big now that they know what's on the line at this point. We have that linebacker. I don't really know his name. He's a junior, but he's really good. We have Ryan Switzer. Every now and then he plays both sides of the ball, and I think this would be a good time to have him on both sides of the ball, on defense and offense, playing corner on defense and wide receiver on offense. He's a big weapon on offense. He can make spectacular catches, and he's a very conservative corner. So I think if we were to play Alabama, I think it would be a close win for Carolina, like a 3-point win. So Iowa and Michigan State.
You're asking me? I'm sorry. Iowa against Michigan State? For this, I go for Michigan State. Like I said, Iowa has not played one of the stronger teams in the country yet. Not yet. And if they have, I don't remember, but, bad memory. Michigan State's going to win because they have the stronger team. They have Connor Cook back, finally. And now they can make great plays. But, like I said, Iowa has not faced a strong team in this country yet, so they may have. I don't know. I don't even know their freaking history. But Michigan State all the way.
I'm going to pick Michigan State also because Iowa is inexperienced when it comes to games like this. But same thing for North Carolina, though. They're inexperienced. This is their first time in school history being this close in the race for a national championship. But I think Iowa is just not – they're too inexperienced. So Michigan State will win. So if everything plays out like we just predicted, and North Carolina and Michigan State play in the national championship game, who would win?
What'd you say?
If everything plays out like we predicted, who would win in the national championship game? North Carolina or Michigan State?
Michigan State. That is three losing teams I've gave to him. Like I said, UNC needs to get used to these strong opponents, but Michigan State. Long explanation short, they just are the stronger team.
Michigan State is really has really stepped up their game a lot, and if North Carolina was to go to the national championship and play Michigan State and be that close, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna pick against Carolina this one time. Michigan State is the only team that I think for the rest of the year that can beat North Carolina. So they've really stepped up their game a lot, and I think, like he said, they're just a tougher team. They're a stronger team. They're the more experienced team in this situation. And all thanks to Notre Dame, though, for giving North Carolina a chance. Notre Dame lost, so that kept Carolina in the race. If Notre Dame would have won on Saturday night, Carolina would have been out of the playoffs. There would be no chance of them winning. There would be no chance of them making the playoffs. This would be a huge jump for Carolina. Coming from 14th to 4th if they beat Clemson. And it's going to be a huge jump. I got $10 betting on this game. And
he's fucked.
I'm not fucked. I have faith. Carolina can beat Clemson.
He's fucked.
Everybody knows Carolina can beat Clemson. It's just going to be hard to do because it's a tough opponent.
He's fucked.
I mean, if we looked at the comparison, they both have really great quarterbacks. They both have a pair of good receivers. Our running back tore up NC State last week. Sorry, but their running back is decent. So I think in all comparison, it's going to be a really close game. A really tight game in the making. So, yeah. This is a different kind of video for you guys. Just a college football prediction video. And this is SFX. Signing off. Gotta go cook the